If you want to see me create this look, then let's just jump right into it. Alright, for today's look, we're going to be going in with all yellow. And for the yellow that I'm using my Zulu palette from Juvias Place, and I'll be using this shadow up here. This is probably the best yellow that I have in my collection. It's not the best, but it'll do. So first off, I've already primed my eyes, and I actually just used concealer today, which I usually don't do, but it's one of those, like, you just have like those lazy days where you just like kind of throw everything on your face kind of fast. That was me today. I didn't feel like pulling out my eyeshadow primer, so I'm just gonna gently pat this to make sure there's no creasing. And then I'm going to take a flat brush like this and just pack on the color all over my lid. So I'm just using tapping motions to make sure that I'm really pressing the pigment into the skin and not blending it away. And we'll go in and blend it out afterwards. So now that the lid is covered all in yellow, I'm going to go in with a crease brush. Just a fluffy brush, and I'm going to just blend this out in the crease and up into my brow bone. Not all the way up, but pretty high up, because we want this color to really stand out. I'm also going to run the same color under my lower lash line. And again, I'm just using tapping motions because it'll help prevent fallout. I'm also making sure to connect the upper part with my lower part, just in the inner corner, and to blend out the edges on the outside. Next up, I'm going to take this ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is a white one. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use it to make a half cut crease. And don't worry, I'm not going to be cheating. I won't be using another shadow. I'm just going to be setting it with powder on top, just to get a little bit of a cooler effect. So I'm just using a little brush for this, and I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm using a tiny brush. I'm just putting a little dot on top of my eyelid, and then I look up, and when I look up I can see where I need to cut the crease. And the reason why I'm using white is because I kind of want there to be more of a contrast between the yellow and the white. And so when I got these connected up top, I'm just going to be filling it in. One of the reasons why I wanted to start this series is because I know that I'm not the only one who has a lot of accessories, if you will, in my makeup collection, like different eyeliners, glitters, just fun stuff that you kind of buy on a whim that you like think that you're going to be using a lot, and then it just ends up collecting dust. And I feel like with looks like this where you only use one shadow, it gives you the opportunity to kind of bring out all those little toys that you have that you don't normally use, and just experiment with a little bit more of a different look that you normally would. So now that I got this pretty much blended out, I'm just patting the edges here on the outside just to fade it gradually. So I'm just going in with a powder now to set this. And you can use whatever powder you have on hand. Next, I'm going back in with the yellow shade on a smaller, denser, fluffier brush. And I'm just going to be patting this over the edges where the shadow and the concealer meets to blend them together. And also I'm going to be dragging this just over here to get a little more definition in the crease. I'm not liking how this is looking, so I'm going back in with a little bit of concealer just on the edge here because I felt like the transition was just too sharp. And I don't know if it's this concealer that I'm using that just doesn't want to blend very well, or I don't know, but we're gonna fix it. I'm just gonna use my finger to tap this in a little bit. I'm going to go in with a little bit more powder. So if you saw my ColourPop haul from yesterday, I said that I bought this concealer and it's the first time that I tried it, the white one that is, this one. And I guess the verdict on it is that I don't really think I like it for cut creases. It's kind of behaving the way that the regular concealer does on my under eyes. Like it tends to want to crease a little bit and it doesn't blend out very well. Which is why I said in my products I regret buying that I didn't like the no filter concealer. I'll link that video up here if you want to watch it. Actually, it's going to be up here, right? Anyway, this is looking okay, I think, so far. Next up, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to be going in with a lipstick as a liner. And I think for that, I'm going to be using this mini Jeffree Star lipstick. This is in the shade Flamethrower. So I'm just going to be taking this on a little eyeliner brush, which is the one that I always use. This is my Tarte brush, which is actually clean because I cleaned all my brushes last night and I'm so proud. There's really no better feeling than having all clean makeup brushes. So I'm going to be winging this out and then we're going to be going in with a little bit of glitter afterwards, which is always fun. You guys know how I feel about glitter. And I do want to just say that not all liquid lipsticks are eye safe, so do your research if you want to be using lipsticks as liners. The only ones that I know that are approved and said to be eye safe are the ones from Jeffree Star, and those are the only ones that I would put near my eye. I did once try it with a lipstick from, I think it was Too Faced, and it made my eyes so red and irritated. I literally had to take all my makeup off like within 5 minutes of putting it on. And so I don't recommend doing it with other lipsticks unless you're pretty sure that they are eye safe. And of course, if you want to recreate this and you don't have any orange lipstick that you want to use, you can use whatever you want. You can use it blue, you can use it black, you can use it brown. Anything that you feel like would look good. It's totally fine. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I actually managed to get a little bit of transfer up on my lid here. So what I'm going to do to fix that is I'm going to go in with a little bit of just regular concealer, a little brush, and I'm going to just tap this over where the accident happened. And this is something that happens to me a lot because of my eye shape. So once you got that on, I'm going to be going back in with that yellow shade. And just tap that over. And that covered it up enough that you can't really see it anymore. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with my Stila glitter. You guys have seen this so many times. I have like a slight obsession with these. And I'm going to be putting this on a little, I don't know what this kind of brush is called. I guess it's an eyeliner brush, but I never use it for that. But I'm going to be using this. And I'm going to pop the glitter on the brush, and then I'm going to run this through my crease. And this is something that I love on other people. I don't do it very often on myself just because it tends to transfer a lot on me. So I'm going to make sure I keep my eyes open and just really wait for this to dry before I close my eyes or open my eyes even. So I'm just running this on top of where I cut my crease, and this will also clean up if you make any mistakes. And I'm not taking it all the way, I'm just taking it to where the cut crease ends. Something like that. So now I'm just going to keep my eyes closed for the next 20 minutes. I'm kidding, I'm going to use my fan and just fan myself for a little while until this dries. Kitty says hello. Are you helping me? Are you gonna help me pick up my makeup one day? Okay, I'll let you go. For my waterline, I'm going to be using this ColourPop pencil. It's a yellow pencil, it's called Punch. And I'm just gonna be putting that in my waterline, and I don't think I'm gonna be using any mascara on my lower waterline today, so I'm going to really put on a lot of this. I'm I'm going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. I'm also going to put on some gloss on top of the lipstick that I'm wearing. If you were wondering, I'm wearing Cherry Wet from Jeffree Star. And on top, I'm going to be putting the Loreal lip gloss. This is in the shade Unlimited Fuchsia. And to finish off, I'm going to, in my inner corner, put the highlighter that I have on my face. This is from Naked Cosmetics. It's a highlighting palette that I got in BoxyCharm a while back. So I'm just going to be using the shade right here and pop that in my inner corner. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any suggestions on which colors you want to see next, or even can you be quiet? So that's it for today's video. If you have any suggestions on which colors you want to see next, or even particular shades that you want to see, I am more than happy to do so. I'm petting my cat right now. But yeah, just let me know down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!